Hi, welcome to Sona Motivates. Sona motivates you to eat healthy, be happy, and enjoy every moment. So, thank you very much, guys, for coming today here live for our Facebook series, Spice series. It's week 16th, and we are going to talk about Kokum, or it doesn't have an English name, so we still will use its scientific name, which is Garcinia Indica, and it's a exotic weight loss wonder and its three health benefits. So we will jump into our health benefits because the first one I already told you about, the weight loss wonder. Yes, it's scientifically proven that Garcinia Indica or Kokum is a weight loss wonder. Anyways, thank you very much for joining us live today, and thank you for all of those who watch our videos and share them later. Okay, so let me see who is here. And it's always pleasure to meet you every Tuesday. Okay, we are good. So let's jump into what is actually Garcinia indica. You must have heard about Garcinia cambogia. Let me check whether I'm saying it right. But yes, it's Cambodia, and it was very well known in. It was actually, yes, it was very well known in many of these TV shows, and a lot of products were named after the weight loss wonder, and it became very popular, and it actually helped people lose weight. And this today's spice is a very close cousin of Garcinia cambogia, the same family. So we are going to talk more about Garcinia indica, that is Kokum or Amsul, which we call it Amsul, but it's not that well known, or it didn't get any spotlight till now. But after knowing about all these health benefits today, I'm sure you guys are going to make it very popular. So let's talk about our today's spice, and I'm just going to say Kokum because it is not that well known in the Western world, so it doesn't have a very common name here. Okay, so yes, we don't have any comments yet, but I see Akansha here. Hi Akansha, thank you for joining today. And actually Garcinia indica or Kokum is a luscious ornamental fruit tree, and the fruits are usually are very green in color when they are raw, but later when they ripe, it's basically red colored fruits. And when they are properly ripe, they turn pretty much purple, and that's what our spice is. And it is actually the rind of the fruit. It's not even the fruit. Of course, fruit is very healthy, very nutritious, but even the rind, that's what we are talking about, the rind. And that's what I'm going to show you guys. This is how it looks. So these are what we use. Of course, it is not very good looking spice. It's because it's just a cover of the fruit, but it's very healthy, and I'm going to let you guys know how to use them. And I'm also we will also talk about what are their health benefits. Okay, and these if you unless you okay, the picture, sorry, the picture is on the screen here. We see these green fruits, and also the fruits, ripened fruits. That's how they look. Okay, and we were talking about that if you have been to a Indian household, or you have been to India in the west coast, in the Western Ghats, that's where this fruit is very popular. And it's actually more popular there is the drink, and which is called as soul curry, and it's made with these rinds, or even with the fruit, coconut milk, and it has all kinds of spices in it for the tempering, and it's very delicious and creamy, and it actually soothes your body. And it's mostly actually the fruit, it ripens around in the spring. It is harvested, and the rinds are dried around the spring, and while summer people start consuming this soul curry in abundance. And little did they know that this spice actually helps them lose weight, and it's amazing to know about it. Okay, so we just talked about the the drink known as soul curry. So those who are interested in any of these recipes, I can't talk about the recipes right now because then our video series becomes too long and I want to keep it short. But if you are interested in any of the recipes today I talk about, please don't forget to leave me the comment, and I'll be more than happy to leave the recipes in the comment section. And if I can, and if you would be interested, I don't mind shooting a video of those recipes and post it later. Okay, so that's what we are going to do. Thank you very much for joining in, everybody. Thanks for my IG fans, and thank you here, all those. And please give us some comment and show us some love, so I know you guys are here and I can welcome you. So we just now talk about kokum, where it is grown, and it's actually, it didn't leave India as such. It's still very popular in India itself, and it's not known to the Western world. So today we don't have many of the uses where how the Germans or even the Europeans use it, but we will still try to explain you how we can use them in the day-to-day here in the Western world, how in our Western cuisine. Okay, so let's talk about the kokum, and we talked about how the color is, how we can use them, that we will see in a while, but it's not very well known. So after today's spice, after today's Facebook live series, I'm sure you guys are going to make it very popular, because the first and the foremost health benefit is it's actually a weight loss wonder. And why? Just like Garcinia cambogia, Garcinia indica, the close cousin, have an element, or it has an active ingredient called HCA, and HCA is actually a hydrocitric acid, and it is very well known, and it is actually scientifically proven that it is appetite suppressant. And not only it aids in weight loss, it also helps lose the fat, and mostly the belly fat. And that's why it became very popular, especially the Cambodia one. It became very popular, and people started consuming in the tablet form, and it's still available, but as always, I would rather stress you guys to use the real spice than to have those medications, because these do the same, and they also add the flavor and the aroma. It doesn't have that aroma as such, but it does have, if you smell it very, very carefully, then it has that sweet aroma though. But it is not very exotic. It's exotic spice, but it doesn't have that exotic aroma, or it doesn't look very presentable, but it does have its unique sweet sour taste, mostly sour, but it tastes sweet at the end. So you have to try it. And how you can try it is you can add it to your tomato soup while making it at home, rather any of the soup. Just add one, just throw in 1 or 2 rinds, or you can actually grate it, make it in a powder, and you can sprinkle on the fruits you eat. Or I also heard actually some people like their oatmeal sour, a little bit sour, and they do add it to the oatmeal as well. Not a bad idea. We are so used to use these spice kokum in our coconut based curries, so it's still that feeling that they go very well with the curries or dal. So that's where we use them. Okay, so we just talked about how this Garcinia indica has HCA, that is hydrocitric acid, and it helps lose weight because it is appetite suppressant, and it also helps you lose the fat. Okay, and now the second health benefit we are jumping in right away is that they actually, long back, the Ayurvedic practitioner, the physicians, they used these spice kokum to treat and heal ulcers, stomach ulcers. And now nowadays it's actually proved that these spice actually they help not only stomach ulcers but peptic ulcers as well, by killing the H. pylori, the bacteria, which is the chief cause of these ulcers. So this can be very well used. If you are suffering from any of the ulcers, you can ask your doctor if you can incorporate this spice in your daily cooking, and they actually help those who have problems with ulcers. They help you heal and even treat way before they occur. So because mostly not only with they have the active ingredient garcinol, but because this garcinol is actually antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, and it is antioxidants. And that's our third health benefit, that these spice actually, it is excellent for your immune system. And that's why it was mostly the people used in even in winter season, so they can heal or prevent themselves from getting any cold or any of these infections, because the garcinol actually, it's proven to be antibacterial, antioxidant, and anti-inflammatory. And then kokum is actually structurally similar to turmeric, and studies have proved that turmeric, okay, I am just checking that I'm missing turmeric. It is very well known to the Western world, and people have studied curcumin, which is one of the active ingredient in turmeric. But garcinol, which is an active ingredient of this our spice kokum, and it is proved to be more beneficial in production of cells which fight leukemia cancer. So in fact, garcinol was proved way more beneficial, but since it is still not known to more people, this spice has not become more popular yet, and it's still very well known only in the Indian continent. It's very widely used in Maharashtra and the western coast, and even in Kerala and South India. But it's a super spice. Actually, it's very healthy. Like we just saw, it aids in weight loss. It actually helps for our stomach ulcers. It is also excellent for immune system. And while researching, I found out that these spice the seeds actually, they have a lot of oil, and this oil can be formed or can be converted to the kokum butter, and it acts just like cocoa butter. So in Europe, actually, people many of the pharmaceutical and even in the cosmetic industries, they use this kokum butter to make soaps and conditioners and moisturizers, and it is very widely used in against any skin problems like skin irritation or even sunburn and stuff like that. So this is where the kokum butter is used, and it was very interesting for me to know as well that kokum butter can be used this way. And I tried to find out the videos about how the kokum butter is made, because we have been using this forever back home in making dals, but I had no clue that even the seeds or even the fruits are beneficial. So this was pretty much all about our spice today, but I can keep a little bit you guys entered, because what happened, this spice, it's not used more anywhere else. It has very limited uses, or it's very known very to the very limited area in India as well, but this is how we use it. And then I can repeat once again that how you can use it is put a rind or two in your curry paste if you are trying to make it, or even in tomato sauce or tomato soup or any other soup. In cooking lentils, it goes very well with lentil. It has very sweet sour taste. Then you can grind and sprinkle your kokum on the pomegranate seeds or cook vegetables and potatoes. And I actually have a very interesting recipe of a potato curry with this kokum, which I'm going to post. If you guys are interested, please shoot me a comment, and I will be very happy to post this recipe on the in the comment section. So soul curry, if you are interested, let me know, and even the potato curry with kokum. And also, you might think that this is a wine glass, but actually this is the kokum sherbet, we call it. It's made with the syrup of kokum, and it tastes so good. It looks pretty much like wine, red wine, but this is super healthy. It's non-alcoholic, and this is made with this kokum. So this is what it is made with, and I can tell you right now how to make it. Is basically you maybe these made 6 to 8 of these kokum rinds. You soak them in water and maybe leave them there for 10-15 minutes, and after that you just squish them properly, take all their what you can say is the pulp. It kind of becomes a little pulpy, all the granules, but you might see here the white granules, and they are actually the salt. It's a salt used to preserve it for a long time. So it's not actually, they are not gone bad, but they have the salt. And then after using, squishing them properly in the water, then you sew it, you take it in a sewer, then use that water, add a little bit of sugar, and that's it. And you can add ice, and if you are interested, you can, some people do add maybe cumin powder to it, and this is how, and it tastes so amazing. So you can use this as a drink, and it's thirst quenching. It helps you get rid of heat stroke. It helps you prevent from getting heat stroke, because it has those all good all these great properties. Of course, lose weight, and it helps you digest your food, and also last but not least, it actually enhances your immune system. And before leaving, I would like to just add that couple of weeks ago we did a video on our sesame seeds, and I talked about sesame oil, and we were talking about how gargling with the, I told you about one of the Priya from Ayurveda, that how you can gargle with sesame oil. And if you guys have watched that video, you might be knowing that I was telling that I have sensitive gums, and if I try to eat very some ice cream, or even with a little bit of ice cold water, my gums started hurting. But since I started gurgling with it every morning, actually I see a lot of difference in my teeth. It's not hurting anymore, and it's almost, I think, six weeks or so I have been using it. And of course, I do, because while I was traveling or something, I was not able to use it, but I try to use it more often, and it's actually working. So some of these health benefits which I'm trying, I think they are amazing. I also started using the fenugreek seeds in the oil I make, and I will let you guys know how it is going with my hair growth. But that is one of the things I would add to. So guys, again, before I leave, I have to stress the fact that these are not the just the spice. They became spice when they entered the kitchen. Before that, they are herbs. They are actually medicines. And when the Ayurveda found about them, and the practitioners wanted layman to include these spices in their day-to-day cooking or in your daily life, they made it into spices, and that's how we started using them. So if you have a cabinet full of these spices, it will help you so much. They have amazing health benefits with hardly or of course none of the side effects if you consume them in the proper quantity. And I think that's all for today. This is a very simple spice. It's of course it's very exotic and with lot of great health benefits, but this is all we could dig about the spice and make it possible to reach to you. So this is what we are talking about today. We did the spice Garcinia Indica, and it's kokum, and we call it amsul. Today, surprisingly, I have no comments here, so probably people knew enough about it already, or oh, I can see the comments though. Okay, there were comments. Okay, Rajesh is telling me there are a lot of comments. Oh my God, I had 11 comments.
India as such is still very popular in India itself, and it's not
let me check. Oh,
And it's not no.
Give me
I
give
can
me
see
the
the comment.
there is some technical difficulties. I'm not able to check the comments. Can you help me? Sorry about it. Okay, so let's check the comments. And okay, Nimisha is here, and I was wondering how come today people already knew about it. Okay, so I see Pratibha joining. Hi Pratibha, thank you Nimisha. Thank you Revati for coming. Thanks Neela. And okay, Pratibha, you can watch the video later. I'm so sorry if you missed some information. Okay, Nimisha is saying that we rub the water on the skin if we get acidity. Oh, okay. I didn't know about it. We rub the water on the skin if we get the acidity. Okay, this is something new I learned from you, Nimisha. Thank you for sharing. And okay, Kokum Sharbat, that's what I made here, and I'm sure you will like it too. Come on over. And I see Anjali joining in. Hello, Anjali. Thank you very much for joining in. I'm sure you must be knowing a little bit about Kokum or our Garcinia Indica, and after watching this video, you will know a lot. And if you have any of the difficulties or any of the ideas about Kokum, please leave us a comment. And I just told you that if you guys want any of the recipes, don't forget to leave me the comment, and I'll be very happy to share the recipe and if possible the videos too. And that's all for today. And okay, I can drink it. Pratibha is asking me to drink it on the screen, and I'll do it. Yummy. Okay, so that's all for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching our spice series. Today was Kokum, and see you next week, next Tuesday at 7 with the new spice. And thank you for joining, and it was pleasure meeting you, and sorry about this mess, but next time I'll be better prepared. Thank you and take care.